How's it going, everyone? My name is Earlmeister, and in today's Meister deck profiles, I will be talking about Amber Ruby Aggro. Now, don't get super excited with Ruby being aggro yet. Ruby is still a better control ink more than aggro. Although, there are a few essential cards that can be splashed into a traditional Amber aggro deck. There will be a follow-up sister video to this as well, with an emerald version of Amber aggro. But first, let's focus on this. By now, if you're an aggro player, you're probably familiar with Amber's aggro package. If not, we're about to get on with it right now. Here are the core aggro cards from Amber in this deck: Lilo, Piglet, Wendy Darling, and Simba and Baloo to protect these small but fast aggro characters. Kita's more of a secondary play if you don't get Lilo from the Mulligan. But it's still a nice backup card that can shift as early as turn 3 if need be. Especially if you turn 1 Lilo, turn 2 Lilo plus Kita, turn 3 Quest, and shift Kita to protect your board. Doc, on the other hand, is a solid turn 3 play if you have a 5-cost Kita and Nani in your hand. While Bernard is a backup play if you can't heal anything with Rapunzel, or don't have any power plays in turn 4. You can also replace him with Joshua if you'd like, since they are protection cards and can both fill the role of a 2-lore turn 4 big body that can survive and protect. Bare Necessities is there as an insurance against steal players so they can't wipe your board with Grab Your Swords. Now, let's get into the small Ruby splash package in this deck. Let's start with LeFou. LeFou was used a lot in Amethyst Ruby aggro on set 2 for one reason: to make sure no one can challenge your small aggro characters. It's the exact same reason why he is here. Simba basically replicates and fills Pinocchio's spot, and that's all there is to him. Minnie Mouse, on the other hand, is a low-key menace when it comes to applying pressure on the board. If the opponent doesn't have an answer to it right away, Minnie can quest for so much, and that is probably the biggest reason why I chose Ruby to splash with Amber. There's no other 3-cost evasive that can quest for 2 like her in the game. And I find it odd that she was added to Ruby instead of Emerald. Lastly, your only draw card is Rapunzel, but she should be enough for this deck. She's got plenty of targets and draw for you to reload your hands. It's time to talk about your Mulligan with this deck. Lilo, Simba, Doc, Minnie, Rapunzel, and 5-cost Kita is what you want to find. And to be honest, after testing, even if I don't get these cards in my opening hand, the game still feels smooth with their backup counterparts. Don't forget that if you know what your opponent is playing, make sure to keep Bare Necessities in hand so you don't get board wipe and auto lose the game. The key to winning this deck is simple, but can be hard if you're an anxious player. Patience is key with these type of aggro decks. Don't quest every turn because they are ready and can quest. Only quest if there are no threats on the board, or if you have cards like LeFou, Bernard, Kita, and Nani that can protect your small characters after they quest. I would like to say this again. Kita is key for finishing in a lot of matchups. With the rise of mid-range and mid-range control decks, it is hard for aggro to survive against the opponent's big characters that can value trade against yours. Look for your moments, and in time, your board will be able to quest for 2 turns instead of quest and get banished in a challenge. Overall, the deck is simple to learn but might take time to master due to knowing when to quest and when to not. If you learned something or enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and bell button to get notified for the next videos. Comment down below your questions and your thoughts, or just leave an emoji, because it helps. Other than that, don't be afraid to refine the deck. Make it even better. And I wish you guys good luck on your games, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!